Hi guys, welcome back to our series Beat the Test review for the Geometry and of course exam. Let's do number 32. Let's read. Dominic is riding the Ferris wheel at the county fair. The Ferris wheel has a radius of 60 feet and rotates counterclockwise. Seats are equidistant from each other. Okay, good information. After the ride begins from point A, starting here, it pauses at point B. So it pauses at point B, okay? How many feet has Dominica traveled with when his seat, when his seat pauses at point B? So the question is, how many feet has he traveled? Okay, all right, that's question A. About how many feet has Dominic traveled if the full ride is 4 revolutions? All right, guys, so first of all, revolution is one went around it. So he started at point A and goes way around it. Was 1 revolution, 2 revolutions, 3 more, one more, and then 1 more. That's 4 revolutions, right? Okay, cool. From the beginning. So they're saying that, first of all, the radius on the Ferris wheel is 60 feet. Okay. They're saying that it rotates counterclockwise. So first of all, we need to understand what is that. Clockwise is this, the direction that the clock moves. Counter is the other way. So that means this Ferris wheel is going this way, counter. So he started at point A and went all the way to point B. All right, right here. He stopped. They want to know how much is this. Okay. So we need to start, guys, understanding that he's going around, and they're saying that it's equidistant. So the distance from here to here, every single step is the same. So he went around halfway, that's halfway, and how do we have to be? Going around is he's doing the perimeter of this circle. We're not talking about area, the inside, he's talking about the perimeter. The perimeter of the circle is called the circumference. So first of all, that's the reason they gave me the radius. So I need to find out what's the circumference of this thing. My circumference is 2 times pi times radius. 2 times pi times radius. Okay. So 2 times pi times radius. Circumference, 2 times pi. Oh, by the way, look over here. My answers, they give me in terms of pi. So I don't have to solve for pi. So 2 times pi times radius, and my radius is 60 feet. Therefore, my circumference is 2 times 60 is 120 pi. That's all the way around it. But they want to know between A and B. All right, so first of all, I need to know how much did I went around. There's 2 ways. I gotta find my angle, or I want to see how many stops he had in total. So from A, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So far it's 9 stops, which is halfway. 10, 11, 12. So here's 12 stops. Let's keep finishing. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So the whole thing is 80 stops all around it. Out of 18 stops, he went all the way to 12. So he went 12 out of 18 stops. 18 stops is going all the way around it once, 1 revolution. If I reduce this fraction, I can divide this by 6. Divided by 6 is going to give me 2. And divided by 6 is going to give me 3. So he went 2/3 of the whole way. Alright, he went 2/3 of the whole way. The whole way is my circumference. And my circumference is 120 pi. But from point A to point B, he did 2/3. So to find the distance, how many feet has Dominica traveled when his seat pauses at point B? I'm going to say that his thing went 2/3 of the whole thing, and the whole thing is 120 pi. This should be a parenthesis. That's how much the distance between A and B. And 2/3 times this is 240 divided by 3. 2/3 times 120 is going to give me 80. So he went around 80 pi feet. Therefore, my answer here is 80. 2/3 of the whole thing is 120. This is 1 revolution. Okay, and 1 revolution is going around once. Okay, I can multiply 80 times pi, and I can put my answer here. Next question is, about how many feet has Dominic traveled if the full ride is 4 revolutions? Meaning, if he goes around 4 times, 1, 2, 3, and 4. He goes around 4 times. That's what you do when you're in a Ferris wheel. He went around 4 times. 4 times. But a full revolution is 120. Therefore, 4 times 120 pi, right? Because 120 is each revolution, feet. 4 times 120 is 480. So he did 480 pi. 4 times 120 is 480 pi, and my units are going to be feet because I'm talking about perimeter circumference around it. Alright, and that's my second answer. Again, you want to find a decimal, multiply 480 times pi, and that will give you a decimal here. Alright, let's go next. Okay, let's work on 34. Alright, let's read. An arc length of a circle measures 5/16 pi inches. The area of the sector defined by the arc length is 9.8 square inches. What is the radius of the circle round to the nearest tenth of an inch? Okay, so here we go. Couple things. Arc length. The arc length of a circle. So I need to understand that the arc length is given. So this, this is arc length. S is equal to radius times theta, which is an angle. Alright, so arc length is S, is radius times theta, an angle. That measures 5/16, so S is 5/16 pi. Alright, this is it. Next, the area of a sector defined by the arc length is 9.8 square inches. So the area of the sector, so the area, and let's put sector right there. So the formula for the area of the sector, guys, the easiest one out there is 1/2 times the radius times theta. This theta is the angle, okay? The central angle, right? Theta is the central angle and it's in radians. Keep that in mind. If you notice, they're similar to each other, but this one is to the second power, and this is 1/2 of it. The question is, what is the radius of the circle round to the nearest tenth of an inch? So I need to find the radius. So therefore, I have two formulas. I know that the area of the sector is 9.8. So I can put that area of the sector is 9.8 pi square inches, right? I have my units. So these are in inches. This is the arc length, and this is the area of the sector. Okay, how do I start? I need to relate these two equations somehow. Okay, so let's start from, let me see, where can I solve for R? So let's start here, guys. So let me bring this. Let me bring S equals R times theta. S is the arc length, but the arc length is 5/16 pi, right? That's the arc length, and that's equal to radius times theta. Okay, so because I have two equations, I gotta solve for one and substitute to the other one. So let me solve for theta, because the question is to find the radius. So let me solve for theta. I want to leave the theta by itself. How can I leave the theta by itself? I divide by whatever is next to it. So I want to divide by radius on both sides. The radius from the right side, they cancel out, and now I have theta equals to this. But remember, I divided by. So this radius, technically, it should be on the denominator. So that radius is going to be here, 5 pi over 16, and that radius is going to be on the denominator because it's dividing the whole thing. So theta is equal to 5 pi over 16 radius. Okay, let's go to the other formula. Area of the sector is equal to 1/2 of radius squared times theta. What was the area of the sector? Oh, they told me that it's 9.8. So let me replace it here. Area of the sector is 9.8 pi, right? Inches to the second power. But that's equal to 1/2 of radius squared times theta. Oh, but hold on, I have theta from this side. So let's start plugging in some things. Let's go back to red, I guess. 9.8 pi is equal to 1/2 of radius to the second power times theta. But theta is this. So let's plug it in here. 5 pi over 16 times radius. Got it. Now, the only variable that I have here is the radius. I have radius to the second power and I have radius on the bottom. So let's start simplifying. 9.8 pi is 1/2 radius to the second power, and this radius on the bottom, so radius to the second power divided by radius. Having this radius to the second power is having radius to the second power is r times r. So if I have radius to the second power and one r in the bottom, I cancel 1r from 1r. Alright? I cancel 1r with 1r. Therefore, my answer is radius. So I keep one radius on the top. So I'm going to have radius on the top, 5 pi on the top, 16 on the bottom. Let me keep simplifying. 9.8 pi, this is all multiplication of fractions. So I'm going to have 1/2 times radius, times 5 pi over 16. All of them are multiplying. So 1 times r times 5 pi is going to give me 5 radius times pi. 2 on the bottom times 16 is going to give me 32. But remember, I want to leave the r by itself. So let me put all this together. 9.8 pi. I'm doing extra steps right now. The 5 pi, I'm going to put it together. And the 32 is going to be right there. And at the end is going to be radius. Got it. I have this. I need to leave the r by itself. So now I want to cancel that fraction. To cancel a fraction, guys, I just multiply by the reciprocal. The reciprocal is flip this fraction. The 32 is on the bottom, goes to the top. The 5 pi is on the top, it goes to the bottom. 32 cancels. Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other side. So 32 over 5 pi. 32 from the top, 32 from the bottom. 5 pi from the top, 5 pi from the bottom. Therefore, on the right side, you have the right radius. Ooh, got in there by itself. Next, put a 1 on, this is the left side. So 32 times 9.8. 32 times 9.8 is going to give me 313.6. 32 times 9.8 is 313.6 times pi. The bottom, 5 pi times 1 is going to give me 5 pi. Alright, simplifying. All this is simplification. No geometry. Pi from the top, pi from the bottom. 313 divided by 5, and that's going to be my final answer. 313.6 divided by 5 is going to give me 62.72, and my units are inches. And that's going to give my answer, 62.72. They want me to round to the nearest 10th, which is only one decimal place. So radius is 62.7, only one decimal place, inches. Therefore, my answer is D. Alright, not too bad, guys. A lot of simplification, a lot of fractions. I hope you understand one step at a time. I'm doing one step at a time, that's why it got a little bit long. But I did one step at a time to make sure that you understood the steps. Again, we're doing circles right now. Alright, I want to keep doing a little bit more circles and then surface area. I hope you're getting this. Please, if this is helping you, like the video, guys. Come on, subscribe. Only like 10% of people that are watching these videos are subscribed. Please subscribe to the channel. That's going to help me a lot. Okay, subscribe to the channel, like the video. More videos to come. Stay tuned. And again, thank you for watching, guys. Always, thank you for watching. Take care.